So here's my first job of the day. Nice and high up here. Apparent a leak on that 35mm down there. I just had to install a board, had to use the witch's broom. I'm going to go check it now, my new torch there, and get the lagging back on over there. Then we are done. First job of the day, and it's 8:03. Dry and dry. I hope. Is that dry? No, it's not dry, is it? Here we are. Oh yes. Oh yes. And this screw doesn't undo here. It's been a long time since I've done one of these. 113, let's see what we can do here. This screw doesn't undo, it just turns in there. The brass bit just turns. What is that? I don't actually know. Probably some silly cable thing. But yeah, that's actually incredibly easy. So that's off. I'm going to clean this up. Obviously I've only slackened that screw like in all my videos. This is all pretty good. If you want to see how to do this quick, have a look at my other video on it. Just got to change this. Now this is the original logic. So this is the one that doesn't set fire to itself and your house, in case you're wondering. So just pop that back on there. All quite straightforward. I'm going to clean this, get the seal on there, and then reassemble in reverse order. That's all the safety checks done. Well, I'm just waiting for the FFD. Oh, I've turned it off there. I've done all my stuff. It's stuck on the boiler there. I'm going to fully stick that. Boiler 1, boiler 2, all serviced, up and running. The P unit seems to be fine now. Going to do this magnaclean and then get that back up and running, then do the inhibitor checks on this. And I'll show you how straightforward these magnacleans are. Alright, so this is how I do them. I'm not saying it's the best way, I'm just saying it's the way I do them. Oh dear. Oh. Ooh, thank God I've got the right size. Yeah, I'm not trying to tighten this in, seal it. I just want to stop it dripping everywhere. Now, this is here to protect that plate heat exchanger, okay? It's on the return. So I turn it off to the plate. I'm going to turn it off to the system as well, initially. Okay. Then we pull these little collars up and pull these up. They're not meant to come all the way out. Collar up, rod up. All right, so the rods are out, and see the debris starting to fall off them. It's all loose on there. Okay, so rod's out, hose is ready, it's going into a bucket. I may run it outside if I can. When I open this, it's going to stir up all the dirt on them rods, and it will probably get stuck in this hose. I'll then crack this. All right, I'll open that to let the water flood back from the system into this filter and go into the bucket. Once I've got most of the dirt out, I'll then take this hose and run it out to the roof, and I'll let some system water through, pushing any dirt out of my hose pipe. So that's the plan. Let's see how we get on. Alright, so there's that. Okay. That's what you don't want to do. The P unit is trying to top up the system. There we go. Okay, that's the first go. I brought a towel, it's almost like I know. That's the first go. We'll check them rods now in a sec and see how clear they are. If they are not clear, we'll do it again. But regardless of what happens, this will go outside and we will do full beans on this and let it absolutely pour out outside. I just don't want to put all the absolutely filthy water across the roof. Filthy dirty in there now. So we're doing the right thing, okay? That bucket's, look, we're taking about 15 litres out of there. And we have a fault. Okay? Secondary unit common fault. Oh, we still got to sort this out. Look, I thought it was done. Alright, but filling stopped because it thinks there's a massive leak, which is exactly what it's meant to do. Major leak, that stops, puts a fault on here, it's beeping. You're not going to flood the building too much. It's getting there, not bad, not bad. Obviously you can, with these, you can undo all these bolts and pull the top off it. I've done that several times. If, and it does happen, if you get these pockets, if you get any water in these pockets, they will corrode in there and you won't get them out. And at that point there, you change the magnaclean, as far as I'm aware. I don't know if you can get them as spares, but in my previous life, working for someone, we would just change the whole magnaclean. So, we're getting there. Still a bit murky, but let me, most of the filth is in there now. So let's get rid of this bucket of water, bring this hose out to the roof. So that's on, that's cracked. The P unit's complaining, but that's fine. Clean water coming out of there. You can see we had a little bit of dirty water here. That's looking pretty good. So you can see that's cleaning up. And get rid of this soup. And then once this is done, we then run it all, check inhibitor levels, and we advise them accordingly. But let's clean up nicely. Yes, there's a bit of black on there. You won't get it all off because it stays slightly magnetic, but it's quite easy really, isn't it? There you go. So yeah, it's a good amount of flow through there. That is as good as it's going to get without taking the top off it. Let's see how it's doing. Oh, there you go. So water's pretty clean. You can see it's still got a little bit of stuff on there, but most of it is gone. Okay, so it's time to tackle the AAV now. So I just isolate here, isolate there, turn the double reg there, and so that section is now isolated. So it should be straightforward to change that valve. There won't be any water there. The good check I always do is saying it wiggles. You know there's no water there. If there's 4 bar behind that, it will not wiggle, it will be solid. It will come out real solid, almost like it's cross-threaded or something. Yeah? Okay. So now that's all the messing about with water things done. It's time to actually check inhibitor levels, and then we can advise the client either way on what they should do. Here we go. So now obviously I'm going to run it for a little bit to try and, all the fresh water I'm putting in needs to go somewhere, right? So I'm going to run it for a bit, get the system warm again, then I'll do, only warm though, not hot, then I'll do my inhibitor level checks. Alright, so water quality checks. I'm leaving that bit on. Here's the dosing pot for the boilers. So I'll take a sample. I'll turn the boilers on, let it circulate through the dosing pot a bit, then I'll take a sample out the bottom here and we'll check the inhibitor levels there. Meanwhile, that side's just running away to basically circulate, to mix up, because I've put a lot of clean water in there. Alright, so this is what I use, 80 Pro Check. This is just a rough guide. I mean, we do use water quality companies as well, but you know. So here I've got my boiler water, here I've got the system water, and last but not least you need the app. I'm clicking on the address that I'm at because I've already been here and done water checks before, and this is a service. Next, okay, we've got a system, job reference, 1 year service. Okay, so now it's asking me to take a sample of the system water, which obviously I've done. I've let it cool down. I do use this just because it makes it easier. So the first one we're going to do is the boilers. Now, last time they were low on inhibitor, and I topped them up. So that was about 5 months ago. Right, so there's our sample of system water. Continue. It says place the sample against a pale background. So I'm going to just take it here and hold it up against a white door. So it's clear or yellow. Continue. Now dip a test strip in the sample for 3 seconds and remove. I'll get out a nice new card here because this is what we hold it up against and take a picture of. So 1 elephant, 2 elephant, 3 elephant. I take it out, shake it off, and then I lay it down here. Alright, so that's down there. Continue, and now it gives me a timer. It's counting down. While it's counting down that minute, I'm going to empty this, clean and dry this. This is done. Yeah, place the strip on the test card, continue, and now this tries to take a photo of it. And if I'm totally honest, this is where frustration can get the better of me. I'm going to take this outside into daylight because maybe the lighting in here is affecting it. So all I'm doing is taking this outside and seeing if this will take a photo. Okay, so in daylight it took the photo straight away. And as you can see here, inhibitor pass, corrosion pass, pH pass. Alright, inhibitor levels are okay, corrosion level is low, pH level is okay. Complete test. So that's that one done. Now we're going to go another one. Okay, so here's the results here. Inhibitor pass, corrosion recommendation and pH recommendation. Okay, so the inhibitor level's fine, corrosion's high, lab testers advise a full system clean, and the pH level is high, indicating poor system health. This is what we're going to advise the client, and then we'll get basically a water quality company in, and they will determine what to do. Now I've got the joy of this, and this has the G and only heat exchanger in here with a leak on the top left, which I've not had luck with before, but hopefully this one will change that. I've just got that little piece there to fit. I'll get the cover off this and I'll show you. And there's the problem. The crust back there, and look what it's done down here. It's leaked down to there, looks terrible. Carried on, look at the bottom of that. It's like syrup. But yet outside, under here, you wouldn't know. So what I always do, I get that pressure a little lower before I isolate it, because I want the valves to not leak, which does happen on these occasionally. So let's get this to about half a bar. Now we'll do the valves. God, yeah. One. Yeah, that's not doing nothing, is it? Okay, let's take that handle off and use a spanner. It's good. It's good. Good. I need to hop up and let's pull out whatever we need to up here. I think we just need to undo this screw and we turn this whole thing out, this white piece, and that gets us in there, I think. Well, I'm going to get a hop up set up and we'll have a look. So I've got that out of the way. Oh, look at that. Wow. God, that's... Oh, sounds okay, but it's scorching like it's been full of water. So some of these have an AAV in there, I do remember that. Don't know what you can see there. But yeah, some of them have an AAV in there with a little pipe, and that is an absolute peak to deal with when it leaks. Obviously standard, pump the vessel. Completely standard for me, as you all know. What do you reckon? I'm going to say 0.3 of a bar. What are you saying, guys? More or less? Let me get that on and get back to you. On this one, on the side there, there's 1 bar, so that's what's going in it, 1 bar. Place your bets. Right, let's see if I can do this with phone in my hand. I did do it. What's it got? 0.3 of a bar. It's like I've done it before. Okay, seems to be stable. Oh yeah, Jesus, that hurt my fingers. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, crusty. Let's try and clean that out, shall we? There we are. There's the part that's going to go in. There's the part number, and what that actually means is rapey price, because that piece of plastic and an O-ring and a clip was £19 plus that. Like, I mean, Baxi, go do one in it. I can't get it any better. It's just how it's going to be. So I had a look at this part. Let's see if, I'm sure you'd all notice straight away. What's missing? The O-ring is still in the heat exchanger. You can see it in the last video. I just had a look at it, and you can see the O-ring still in there. So I'm gonna struggle now to get that out of. Just try and give it another clean. Look how scratched it is now. Beautiful. How much? Well, however much this comes out with, that much. Simple, it's got to go in there. Oh, it feels brilliant. Okay, it's in. Give it a little wiggle around in there. And now try and put the clip back in. Well, the new clip, because, you know, 19 quid, you need a new clip. Brilliant, it doesn't want to go in. That's great. Smashed my phone. Fantastic. Alright, so the clip is in. Quite difficult, quite an awkward part to change if I'm honest. It's done. Now I'm not going to put anything back together yet. I'm going to get the water on and test it before I put anything back. There's no point in case it's got to come back out again. So, turn that off, valves back on, find the filling loop because it's not here. Is it? Nope. Find the filling loop and get a bar and a half in there and see if it leaks. Look at all these. It's doing insane, isn't it? That shine is just the grease. I'm going to start a GoFundMe for a new phone. You know what time it is now? Safety check time. Maybe not. It might be stop the boiler overheating time. There we go. There we go.